Phil here, from Manually Tanked, and today, I'm going to show you how I converted up this Herald Consul in Cataphractii armor. To get started, I took the plastic Cataphractii kit and built the legs and torso per the instructions, and then grabbed some arms from the old Forge World Resin Cataphractii upgrade kit. The arms used don't really matter, but I wanted this model's banner to be held in his right hand with a power weapon in his left, and these were the only power weapon arms I had available to me. There is no reason though that you can't use the standard plastic arms here if you wanted to give your Herald a Power Fist or Lightning Claw. There are a couple of different ways that you can do the banner for your Herald, but for all of them you're going to need the same things, which is a Terminator-sized hand, a banner, and some brass rod to make your banner pull. For this model, I chose to use the flail bit from the Dark Angel Terminator kit, as not only did it have the properly sized hand, but it also had this nicely sized handle, which I thought would make a great bottom part of my banner. This bit had the entire arm attached though, and I only really wanted the hand, so I got to cutting. Because I'm fairly lazy and did not see a reason to save the rest of this bit, I first attacked it with my clippers to remove the vast majority of the unwanted plastic. Once I had the hand pretty much by itself, I turned to my X-Acto knife and cut away the remaining excess plastic. This part was a little bit tedious, but as always, it's far easier to remove plastic than to resculpt it back on. So I took my time and made small, thin cuts, and constantly dry fit to ensure that the hand went onto the arm correctly and in a good angle. I then glued the hand onto the Terminator arm. If I were to do this again, I would have waited until the banner was done, as I had to break off the hand later on to ensure the banner was as erect as I wanted it to be. Speaking of the banner, I decided to go with the plastic banner from the Space Marine Command Squad. There are of course a ton of banner bits out there for you to choose from, but I picked this one because it's easy to get a hold of as the kit is still in production, and the Forge World decals will fit nicely onto it with only a little bit of trimming. As I was planning to use 1.5mm brass rod as my banner pole, I first need to drill out the correct sized hole in the plastic banner, but I ran into a slight snag. You see, there wasn't quite enough room behind the banner to drill straight, so I had to drill from the top down. Much like my Vexilla conversion from last week, I started off by using my X-Acto knife to press a small hole as close to the center of the banner as I could, and then drilled out a pilot hole with my smaller drill bit. Also, much like last week, I still have not bought a pin vise that has a chuck large enough to fit a 1.5mm drill bit, so I turned to hand drilling out the hole again to make it large enough to fit the brass rod. Next up, I followed pretty much the exact same steps to drill a hole into the hand so the banner pole has a place to be inserted into. In order to ensure stability in the finished banner though, I ended up drilling pretty far down, probably about the length of the fist plus the same distance through into the pole itself, as that way I could insert the rod all the way through to ensure that it didn't break off during transportation or play. If you can't tell by now, I'm not really the most patient modeler, so instead of figuring out the correct size of the brass rod first, I just cut a piece off that seemed a little bit bigger than what I was going to need, and glued it onto the hole I drilled into the hand, and then placed the banner on it in about the right position before trimming off a little more of the brass rod at top. I did leave some extra brass rod at the top though, as I wanted to add a decorative doodad at the very top, as you see on most Space Marine banners. And for this, I turned to the iron halo bit that was left over from my previous Praetor conversion. I needed to carve out the excess plastic behind this laurel, as I wanted the brass rod to go behind this piece right here and settle into the skull. This was done with a very sharp X-Acto knife, and carefully scraping away small slivers of plastic until I was happy with the depth I got of my cuts. Once the plastic was carved away to my satisfaction, I again drilled another hole into the bottom of the skull with my drill bit and then by hand to fit the brass rod, and then dry fit this onto my banner pole from before. I had to trim the brass a little bit to get this to fit where I wanted it to go, but after that was done, I just pretty much slid the banner topper on top of the brass rod and glued it in place. It was about this time though that I noticed that the arm wasn't perfectly straight and the banner was listing off to one side. So I did decide to break off the arm and break off the hand from the arm carefully with an X-Acto knife, and then reposition it to be held more vertically. As mentioned before though, this is why I highly recommend you do the banner in the hand first before attaching it to the arm, as you can skip this repositioning step and just make sure it looks right the first time. Besides that though, the rest of the model is assembled pretty standardly for a Cataphractii model. The only other bit swap I did in this model was for his weapon I decided to use a power axe from the Gorgon Terminator kit. I just thought this looked a little bit better than the stock Cataphractii power axe, which to me looks more like a chain axe. But of course, you can choose whatever weapon you want here, as the main driver of this conversion is, well, the banner. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, this is a pretty straightforward conversion that I'm sure any of you can do. But as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, or reach out to me via Instagram or my email, which is in the video's description. Finally, it seems like these conversion videos are doing pretty well on YouTube, so I'm going to do a couple more of them. And if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see, well, let me know as well. My current plan is to skip batch a squad of Ultramarine Nemesis destroyers and show that video up in about a week or so. As always, thanks for watching, and hobby on.